Morning. About to check out and move to a hostel. So that'll be fun in Granada. I was just thinking about something that I wanted to share. I'm feeling a little bit of motivation right now from everyone that I met, all of the advice that I got. And I was just sitting at a cafe thinking about everything that has gone on over the past couple of days. And I don't quite know how to phrase this. I wanted to remember why I'm doing what I'm doing. And my worry is that I feel motivated because of influence from other people that I've met and conversations and advice that I've gotten. And I worry that it doesn't align with the end goal that I have, the lifestyle that I want, and my goals that I'm setting out to accomplish. And I mean, this is it's a solvable problem, but I thought like I'm excited to work, I'm excited to continue to build, and I was like, I'll share a specific example. I was talking with someone about marketing, and he was giving me some marketing advice for my software, and he was talking about like organic content, cold outreach, making community short form video, and giving me basically the what's TLDR, the lowdown, is that the right phrase, on like what is effective marketing right now in 2024. And like he was just giving me all of it. And I realized in that conversation, I remembered that what I set out, the part of the reason I set out on this path for building software is that I wanted something scalable and something where results are divorced, separated from my input, my time input. And I am going for a very like Peter Levels type of lifestyle and business. And I remembered that. And basically I was just thinking about all of the things that he was saying. And I was like, wow, it's a lot. And obviously, it's going to be a lot if you want to do it, the best of the best, basically. And I was like, hold on a second. Wait a second. And I asked him, what's the 80-20 of this? Like what is the most worth it for my time? And I explained a little bit about, you know, I don't want to be working, 14-hour days. That's not the lifestyle I'm trying to build. And yes, there's a balance of sacrifice and working hard and building, but I am building this with the expectation that in the long term, it can either be maintenance mode, just cash flowing, or I exit. And so I envision this path of like, I get all of this great business advice, and then I start to go down this path of like doing it the best, doing it the absolute best marketing, trying to implement as much as possible, and just taking on all of this pressure and all of this load, and getting to a point where, like, 6 months, a year from now, I'm like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? I'm freaking stressed out. I'm working 14-hour days because, like, I'm trying to do all of this stuff, make content on all of the platforms and booking sales calls, and I've lost the time freedom that I used to have because I'm taking sales calls twice a day and at random times. I can't go to morning coffee shop, or I can't take a day off because, like, my time is tied to the results. And so I just envisioned that, and obviously that's like the worst case scenario, and it's a sliding scale, but I was like, okay, take a step back and filter all of the learnings that I've taken through my goals and my values, and then output for my own advice the things that are most applicable to my situation. One of the biggest learnings that I had when I was working as a software engineer and realized that life was not what I wanted, was the importance of finding my why, my own motivation, why I'm doing something. And just for me in particular, I have found that having a strong why is incredibly important for me. If I don't have it, there's this tension between what I'm working on and why I'm doing it, this like lack of motivation. And I mean, for you, for anyone, that why can be whatever you want. It just has to be yours, So it can be, I want to make a lot of money. Why? For whatever reason, I want to, I don't know, that's up to you. But yeah, I just wanted to I think what's the downside of this? The downside is, like, I potentially lose some speed from, like, okay, let's assume that everything I've heard and all of the advice that I've gotten and would implement exactly matches the lifestyle and the goals that I have. And so if I implemented all of it and went hard on all of that, then I would make the most progress. The worry is that, as I've been describing, doing all of that changes the direction of where I'm headed to a path that I don't want. And I have to course correct further, more in the future than I would have to now. And so maybe this is like a trade-off of reduce a little bit of the speed, potentially fewer results in the short term, but continuing on a path that is sustainable for me and fits my lifestyle and goals in the long term. And so the advantage would be that I could sustain this for longer, and I don't have to pivot further in the future. I hope that makes sense. Just a word of caution from my future self looking down onto me. All right, tomorrow will be interesting. Moving locations, going to a hostel, um, shared dorm hostel. I think they have like a cafe and place to work from. So I'm excited to get back to work and start implementing all of this stuff. Well, not all of it, as we just talked about, but all of the 80/20, and see what I can build. So see you tomorrow.